Guys, this is the shortest one, but it's also the most important. So I talked about indexing your handle. So I just did some more shooting with this, and I did exactly what I said I would do, same as always. I put it one through one end, through the other end. I did my cuts right because they're pretty much tight fit, but not super tight. The top glove was, the bottom glove a little more loose, but that's okay. See, I want to be able to move that one out as I build up my pattern to put the padding here and have more of a puff there. So I want to be able to adjust this and have this in this shape. Now, when I put the foam inside and I shot with it for a while, look at the shape that came out of it. If you really look carefully at this shape, this is the shape of the very best handles that naturally came out of this while I was holding it and shooting, I should say. Well, I was already bullseyeing 3-inch targets. Now I'm more accurate. I'm not going to go into details. It doesn't matter. I could have shot it, but I thought, what the heck? They've already seen my shoot. They know they can hit a 3-inch target. That's fine. What I will tell you is, take my word for it or not, this is now almost ready. Like, I shoot with it just like this, and it's way nice. I didn't even tape it. I just shot with it to let it adjust and to let me slide it up and down until I found the exact perfect spot, and it was bang on accurate. And as soon as I got shots that were bang on accurate, I stopped, came over here, locked the handle in place, and then really looked at it and looked at the shape and turned on the camera. And that's what happened, guys. This is a short one, but that's important for your bow. And one of the other parts is that I have stretched in the bow. I've gotten to know it a little bit so that this spot isn't likely to change. It now is indexed for me. I have my grip set up the way that I want. All I have to do is get my needle and thread together. And what I'll do is I'll peel off the tape at that side, pull that edge down a little bit. Taping it here, make sure it won't slide up and down when I do this. Then I'm going to take my Dremel and I'm going to arch a little carve, only a little bit out the back of this, just a tiny, tiny, thin bit. And then I'm going to put string on the back of that, that is thread. And I'm going to sew it into the back of this and sew to that line. Not quite. I'm just going to sew some reinforcement around the edge of it. Then I'm going to sew a good loop through this side and back through and leave a loose loop and then go back through both of them, pull it tight, wrap it complete one time around that line, then anchor it on the other side, do the same, and pull that up tight to the line, then tight, tight, tight. Then come back up to the top and do that again and run that tight, 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 and then do it again and then do it again in clockwork positions until you have it in 8 positions, all the way wrapped around, anchored off. And those are just threads, but they're locked around an etched line that you've made in the fiberglass. It will not move until all those or most of those threads come out, and that'll be a long time. I want to make a nice grip that'll last. Then I've got the same process here. This is why this part is a short video, because these are really simple bows, guys. But at this point, this bow is finished. I don't want to do anything else to my bow. I actually like a bare bow. And the most important part of a bare bow is the grip. So that brings me to the final part of this 4 or 5 minute video, the grip. Now, when you see the tape on the outside, I obviously didn't do this just to hold it together. I could have just squished it together and did this. I defined in my hand while I was shooting where the edges were. When I looked at it after, I noticed there was a big gap between the two of them, meaning my natural grip was to push this grip out a little bit, and it was comfortable there. So that means I want to sew it together there. Now they're quite loose. I have the room. It's one of the other reasons I can do it like this. I'm messing around right now to see the thickness I want. Then I'm going to pull it aside. I'll know from the amount of tape how much tape I put on, and then I repeat that inside the grip, and now I have it at the perfect thickness for me, in the shape that I want, indexed for me, and the cover that already has the shape, I'm just pulling it up on one side, sliding it down. Don't forget it's unattached in the middle. They were gloves. And that means it's split right here fully. And so as soon as I take this tape off, I can just push this side down, push this side up, leave them locked in place real precisely with the tape, if you're gentle, and then just put the tape on until you're done. Slide these two back, sew that sleeve around, and you're good to go, man. And you've got yourself a nice comfy grip, guys. Again, this is RXD, and when I do things, I like to do them right, and I like to do them cheap, and I like to do them so they're actually really quality and you can get really good results. I'm only happy when it's really good results, and right now I can bullseye 2-inch groups instead of the 3-inch groups, because now this isn't sliding and it's bang on and all this stuff. Now it's not giving me flyers. Now if it does give me flyers, I know it's not the bow. I move on to the next topic, which will be the arrows, and making them perfect. That'll be the next video, guys. Keith out.